I was going to ask you this. Now, with Biggie not here, I have the freedom to ask you. Biggie is planning a 10th birthday party for his dog on Saturday. Now, that may be up in the air now because of
his health.
Yeah,
I mean, if he's got a fever, you don't want to be around.
He does
anybody.
have a fever. So, what do you think? Now, Chris Demm loathes all birthdays. He's sitting here seething at this poor 11-year-old, Alexander. And certainly, Rockefeller Plaza celebrated.
We're dragging his child into it.
Horrible. All right, Chris Demm doesn't like birthdays.
No.
So, how do you feel about Biggie throwing a party for his dog's 10th birthday?
Well, I think you know which way my heart will go on this. I think this may be a gigantor waste of time.
Of course, and money.
And pathetic.
Yeah.
A birthday party for a dog. A 10th birthday party.
I mean, I don't even, perhaps, I'm trying to not to date myself too much. Perhaps like a Kardashian would do something like that. Leona Helmsley would have done something like that. These rich old broads who have tiny little teacup dogs.
Yeah. They leave their whole fortune to their dog.
Leave their fortune to their dog.
That's right.
That's what they do.
That's what they do. You're right.
They don't have friends.
A Kardashian would do that. Would have a birthday party for their dog
and waste of time.
Give them. You're going, aren't you, Dave?
I was told I was.
Yeah.
What does one wear to a dog's tent party?
Yes, Dave. Do you have your suit
Well,
ready?
with Biggie's dog, as little as possible because you're going to take the dog home with you in some form.
There's a lot of shedding.
Biggie's dog sheds.
I've been to
like
Biggie's
alpaca.
I was at Biggie's apartment one time, and I mean we're best friends. You know?
Absolutely.
And I was walking by it, and he called me and said, "I'm watching you." And I said, and he invited me up to his apartment to watch a Cubs game. And I watched, 6 pitches. And
you stayed that long.
Yeah. So I got to get out of here. But you're right. That dog was really shedding.
Sweet dogs. Good dogs. Cool dogs.
Oh, yeah. 10 years old on Saturday, and Biggie has a party. I felt immediately that Chris Demm was upset by it.
I think it's insanity.
Of course.
Do you serve hot dogs?
That's what I was.
That's a little in the face of the dog.
A little on the nose.
Especially if it was a wiener dog.
Had to do that. How about this? I thought of you, 2 things. One thing you love having to do with a dog. A lot of people now are starting to sunscreen their dogs. There is sunscreen for dogs because they say they can be burned if they go out.
What dog? Those hairless dogs?
That's what they say.
Where do you put the sunscreen?
According to the American Kennel Club, you should use sunscreen on your dog. 57% of people say they have never applied sunscreen for a dog, but another 45 didn't even realize dogs needed sunscreen.
No.
Okay.
But according to the American Kennel Club, dogs can get sunburned, and it can lead to dermatitis or, at the worst, skin cancer. Many dogs are more at risk. If you have short white coats or your hairless breed, you are at risk for sunburn.
Yes, I suppose I understand that, but you don't see them running around on the beaches.
Unless they're forced to be.
Dalmatians, bulldogs, and the Shih Tzu are the ones that are most at risk, they say, for sunburn.
I got one of those.
Some, even dogs with thick coats, can burn, particularly ears, nose, and stomachs. So you need to apply a little sunscreen. However, you don't want human sunscreen. There is unscented dog sunscreen. If you get some sort of scented type of sunscreen, they'll lick at it all the time.
That sounds like bull.
They say an SPF of at least 30. American Kennel Club, you're calling BS on that? Just to sell
I think
sunscreen?
this is just a made-up thing.
To sell sunscreen?
I do. I have seen, I guess, within the last 10, 15 years, the rise of those little like gloves
pads
to put on their feet when it's really, really hot.
Asphalt.
When the asphalt's 130 degrees.
I can see that.
I almost understand.
Me too.
But how dumb is the dog to walk on the asphalt when there's perfectly good grass just on the other side?
Right there.
Because I have a dog, and I walked the dog yesterday, and it was hot as H outside, and the dog stays on the asphalt side. I'm walking on the grass. I'm like, why don't you get up here with me?
Right. They won't do it.
If the dog's dumb or
it doesn't bother its feet.
Or doesn't bother its feet.
We just bought...
They've been around for a jillion years.
Yes.
My brother-in-law and sister-in-law have just bought a house with a pool. And my wife, they've got a pool. And they're moving back to the area. And they've got a pool.
Getting closer.
And my wife has bought, in preparation for going over to their house, a float for my dog that will go around her chest so that she'll just float around in the water.
With her front arms out?
With her front arms out so that she can move herself if she wants, but she can never tip over.
Has your current animal, Kelly, given any indication that he or she is interested in water?
Yeah. Zero indication that she's interested in the water. And in fact,
does she bathe?
She is bathed by my wife.
In the tub?
In the shower. She gets in the shower with my wife. My wife felt like that was the best way to do it.
Is there a bench?
No, there is not a bench. She's down at her feet, and she'll take the little wand and put it over
Is there doggy shampoo in there?
Yes.
Have you used it?
Yes, by mistake. I used it in my butthole.
Never been the same.
It was one of the...
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Right now I'm using Selsun Blue. I've used doggy shampoo.
Who makes this? Hearts?
Sergeant.
Yeah, I've used it all. That's the way we bathe our dog. Now, once we took the dog to a house that had a pool at the beach, and the dog showed no interest in the pool whatsoever.
I mean, some dogs will just jump in. But some have no interest.
I've seen no interest in it. My wife got her the little floaty, and already we've put her in it. In the living room. To make sure it fits.
Yeah.
And she didn't drown in the living room. And my wife said, she loves it.
Works.
She loves it. You should see her. Like, immediately tried to get out of it.
Are the kids just looking at each other?
Like, what are we doing? And I said, why are we ever going to take the dog to your sister's to be in the pool? And my wife said, this dog goes where I go. This animal goes where I go. And that's what she does. That's what she does. This is our family, and this is what
I
we
wouldn't
do.
force a dog in the water.
No. We're going to push that dog off the diving board.
Yeah.
Into the water.
I mean, those labs, they jump in. They get in before you
We'll
do.
push it in where it will float for however many hours that we're out there. She's not really a swimming breed, I would say. She doesn't like it. That doesn't seem to like it that much. This was we have had this now for a couple of weeks. This is another email from a P1. His name is Uncle Sam, and he collects slow motion portions of this program. We do this for you today, BB Shay. It's a gift to you.
Okay.
All right. Recently, we're as cheap as the uncle who's not buying his nephew. This is a gift for you for coming in. Uncle Sam said, I think I found the best slow motion example of Two Guys Named Chris audio. And it came from about 2 weeks ago. We were talking about donut ice cream. Dave had, I'd heard Dave one day on the air say, hey, for summer, Krispy Kreme is doing donut ice cream, glazed donut ice cream. So a few days later, I say to Dave on the air, have you heard about this glazed donut ice cream? And Dave says, no.
Nope. Nope, know what you're talking about.
Which really derailed me.
As it should.
Because I thought he would say, oh, yeah, I was talking about that just the other day. He said no. What Uncle Sam does is he listens to this show behind the paywall, and he listens to it at half speed. At first, he did it as an accident, but now he finds that's the best way to listen to it. And he said, this is a great exchange now.
It's an option on the
It is an option. You can do it.
Maybe it'll be funnier if I listen to it like this.
Double speed or half speed or whatever you want to do. So he goes at half speed, and this is the discussion about Krispy Kreme ice cream at half speed.
Did you read about that donut ice cream, that Krispy Kreme ice cream?
No. I saw it, but what is this?
I thought I heard you do when I was listening
endorsement.
Yeah, I was listening to you.
Yesterday, it was 2 or 3 days ago in the afternoon I mentioned that. Yeah,
you're on in the afternoons
in the
here.
Krispy Kreme. That's right. That's where I read it.
You'd actually hear the wheels come off, both of you. Did you read about this ice cream? No. But you said, yeah.
It's more telling at half speed. It's like looking at it under a microscope.
Right.
At half speed.
When they go super slow.
Yeah.
Super slow-mo.
Super slow-mo on that.
Now I understand.
There it is.
Now I got it.
He's so right.
There it is. We cured it.
It starts with the question.
Did you read about that donut ice cream, that Krispy Kreme ice cream?
Now, of course, I expect you to say, oh, yeah, I was talking about that on the air. And
no. I saw it, but what is it? So what?
Well, now we're dead. I mean, now. What else can be said now? I have no idea.
Well, they're doing it.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I thought I heard you do when I was listening later.
Endorsement.
Chris Demm tries to help. An endorsement of Krispy Kreme? No, it wasn't an endorsement. It just was a mention.
Yeah, I was listening to you.
Yesterday, it was 2 or 3 days ago in the afternoon I mentioned that. Yeah,
you're on in the afternoons
in the
here.
Krispy Kreme. That's right. That's where I read it.
Yeah, that's where it all started. With you.
And by the way, it's for sale now. You can.
What is?